Hello everyone, my name is Joeline S. Bugari, BS Hospitality Management. My course is Bread and Pastry. I'm making this video to know the others how to compute the baker's percentage and grams. So, what is baker's percentage? According to my research, baker's percentage is a notations method indicating the proportions of an ingredients relative to the flour used in a recipe when making breads, cakes, and muffins. It also referred to as baker's math, maybe indicated by praise such as based on flour weight. Okay, let's move on to the templates of hot pandesal. And this is the ingredients, this is the bakers, and this is the grams. These are the ingredients to make hot pandesal. There is something missing and we need to compute. Okay, bread flour 100% and 500 gram. White sugar 25% and missing gram. So we need to compute the gram. How to compute the gram? This 25% we need to convert in decimal. So 0.25 multiply to our base value. This is 500 gram. So 0.25 multiply to 500 gram is equal to 125. And this is our gram in white sugar. This is 125 gram. So, let's move on to the salt. Have 1% and missing gram. So, we need to compute again the grams. How to compute the gram? 1% convert it to decimal, 0.01 multiply again to the base value, 500 gram. So, 0.01 multiply to 500 gram is equal to 5. Our gram is 5. So, let's move on to the butter. Butter have no baker's percentage. And they have a grams. So, how to compute the baker's percentage? This gram will divide into base value here. So, 530 gram divided by to the 500 gram is equal to 0.006. So, we need to convert into percentage. So, 0.006 is 6%. Okay, let's move on to the oil. Oil have 4% and 20 gram. This is complete. So, let's move on to the milk powder. Milk powder have 4% and the grams is missing. So, we need to compute the grams. Okay, 4% converted to the decimal is 0.04%. So, 0.04% multiplied to our base value is 500 gram. So 0.04 multiplied to 500 gram is equal to 20. So our gram in milk powder is 20 gram. Okay, let's move on to the bread in powder. Okay, let's move on to the bread improver. This is complete, so we need to go in the instant yeast. Instant yeast have 2% baker's percentage and the grams is missing, so we need to compute it again, the grams. So 2% convert it to the decimal is 0.02 multiply to 500 gram is equal to 10. So our gram is 10. Okay, let's move on to the egg. Egg is without baker's percentage, and they have 50 gram. So we need to compute the baker's percentage. So 50 gram divided by 500 is equal to 10. That is 10%. Okay, let's move on to the water. Water have 40% and no gram, so we need to compute the gram. 40% converted to the decimal is 0.4. So 0.4 multiplied to 500 is equal to 250. 250 gram. So we need to compute this and this to total. Okay. And the compute is 192.6% and 963. So that is how to compute the baker's percentage and grams in hot pandesal. So let's move on to the Spanish bread template. And this is the Spanish bread template. So this is the ingredients, the baker's percentage, and the grams. So bread flour is complete, white sugar, baker's percentage is 18%, the grams is missing. So we need to compute the grams. How to compute the grams? This 18%, we need to convert it to the decimal. So 0.18 divided by our base value is 500 equals to 90. So our grams is 90. So let's move on to the salt. Salt have no baker's percentage and they have gram. So we need to compute the baker's percentage. So how to compute the baker's percentage? This 3 gram divided into our base value. So 3 gram divided by 500 is equal to 0.006. 0.006 converted to the percentage is 6. So we need to put here the 6%. So let's move on to the butter. Butter have 3% baker's percentage and they have no gram. So we need to compute the gram. Okay, this 3%, we need to convert it to the decimal. So 0.03 multiplied to 500 is equal to 15. So our gram is 15. The shortening is complete. And then let's move on to our milk powder. Milk powder have 15% baker's percentage and they have no gram. So we need to compute our gram in milk powder. So this 5% converted to decimal is 0.05 multiplied to our base value is 500 is equal to 25. So our gram is 25. Okay, let's move on to egg. Egg have no baker's percentage and grams is 50 grams. So we need to compute the baker's percentage. Okay, 50 gram divided by 500 is equal to 0.1. Converted to the percentage is 10. So our baker's percentage in egg is 10%. Okay, let's move on to the instant yeast. It's complete, 2% and 10 gram. So we need to move on in bread improver. So bread improver have 0.6% baker's percentage. So we need to compute the gram. Okay, 0.6% converted to the decimal is 0.006. So multiply to 500 is equal to 3. So our gram is 3. Water. Water have 50% and no gram. So we need to compute again the gram. So 50 converted to the decimal is 0.5. Multiply to our base value is 250. So our gram in water is 250. This total is given. So if you add this and this, these are the total. So these are how to compute the grams and baker's percentage in Spanish bread. Thank you for watching my video.